I like to know where people stand so I know how to treat you accordingly.
They be trying to do it, I'm just doing me. I be working hard and they just want it free.
Be competitive with yourself.
Hey, what's going on? It's Jsean for another video. This particular video, I want to talk about the PS5 stuff again. I know a lot of people have been trying to get their hands on them. Even now, to date, it's still a little hard for a lot of people. And a lot of people resort to places like StockX like I did. But I want to tell y'all, man, it's definitely possible to still get retail if you don't believe in just spending over, which a lot of you don't, which I totally understand because I don't always agree with it. But sometimes it's like, you know, I'm willing to pay to play for certain things and I just do it. I never look back. I never regret it or feel bad about it after the fact. Once you get it, you got it, you're happy, you're playing it and enjoying it, and then all that other stuff goes out the window. Most of the people who will keep complaining about it usually are the type that are just upset that they weren't able to get it for retail, which I totally understand. We all feel like that to some degree. Now, with that being said, over the course of the PS5s that I've purchased or acquired, no, I do not get them and sell them and stuff like that. They're for me or people in my family, etc. But what I realized is that when you have so many consoles, like when you buy a hard disk, you can only put it on so many consoles at one time before you have to deactivate it on one console to play it on another one. If you have the opportunity to have more than one console, keep that in mind because I had problems with that. And I figured since I own the game, I can play it on as many PS5s as I wanted to, and it's not as simple as that. Ended up purchasing two from StockX. The very first one was from StockX, and that same week I got one from Target. Then I got one from Amazon, and then I got one from, believe it or not, I think it was Target again. So what I wanted to talk about is if you have a PlayStation account, I don't know how long this lasts, but it seemed like I took all my time to check it. I went on Sony's website a few days ago, a week ago now. Actually, it's been like a week or 2 weeks. And when I went on the website, it was basically saying you're in a queue to potentially buy a console, etc. So I was just like, let me just stay on the page. Let me just see how this going to pan out because I was kind of thinking it wouldn't even happen. And then once, long story short is I waited. It said like 2 hours and I was like, oh, this is stupid. But let me just stay on the page. I was walking in the store and then it just kept going lower like very quickly, like 30 minutes, 10 minutes left, 15, even though that wasn't the actual time that went by. It was way less than that. So I saw it and I was like, oh, you know, but you got to log in with your PlayStation account. And once you do it, I'm pretty sure this is how they monitor you when what you purchase. I'm pretty sure. So they want to make sure that you're not buying it because I guess somehow it's linked to the console saying that you bought it. And if you start selling them and whatever, maybe they won't like that and they'll know. I'm not really sure. All I know is that you can only buy one console per username or household in general, right? I guess they know as far as billing, address, shipping, and your user login and stuff like that. They'll know it somehow. I'm not trying to beat the system, so I'm not really too pressed about it. And I'm pretty much maxed out on PS5s as far as what I need. The other thing was the very next day, I was like, let me just look again. And it was allowing me to buy another one. The only reason I couldn't is because I had already one for my household under my name. But my point is, it wasn't even hard. It was like, it's almost like anybody could have did it that day or the previous day. And normally if something's available, say at GameStop, Best Buy, Target, it's gone like pretty much instantly. I went 2 days in a row and I don't even know how long they did it prior to that or how long it was lasting after that second day. But it let me put it in my cart. It let me try to purchase it until it recognized that I already purchased one. So what I did this time is I paid a little bit more, like very little bit more, but it obviously is retail. This is the Horizon version. It's Forbidden West or whatever. I don't honestly know what that means. I don't know this game, but here it is. This is how it came directly from Sony. I never purchased anything besides controllers and console covers, which you might see in my other video. I didn't really do a good job on it. I was just trying to hurry up, but I put it in my living room, and I decided I didn't like how the blue looked in there. I like the white better. It just looked cleaner and sticks out more, and it kind of goes with everything a little bit better. So this one is the one I'm gonna put the blue on, which is my favorite color out of the controllers. But let me just show you real quick. This is what it looks like if you don't see it on my other video, if I even put that video up. This is why I have stuff all like this all over everywhere, because this is how it came in a box. I'm dropping stuff, which I don't know what that was. This is the box for it, etc. So I got stuff everywhere right now, and I'm trying to, let me throw this out the way. Hold on. This is the console cover. Too much stuff going on. So, with this being said, this is the Horizon version, Forbidden West. I don't know this game at all, but let me see. Let me just try to give you some, whatever it is, in the back so you can just see a little bit. I'm kind of out of focus here, but yeah, so it includes a voucher. No disc is included. When you buy this version, you're going to see... Let me see if I can show you real quick. You see this little hologram right here? This hologram is in this sticker right here, which is a seal, like a circular sticker. As you can see, you just got to cut it and then cut the hologram sticker. I don't recall if my other units came with the hologram sticker. I know it came with this circle sticker, but not this one. So I don't know if there's even a point to open this, because in all honesty, it's going to look exactly the same as all the other PS5s. There's nothing really to see. It does come with a voucher, the controller, the console in white. I'm going to end up changing it to the blue cover. If you don't know how to change it, it's not that hard. You just kind of hit it downwards and it'll pop off from a vertical position. So don't give up hope. If you don't want to pay extra on places like StockX, I do recommend StockX. No, I'm not sponsored by them. No, they didn't never give me no PlayStation, because some people ask that and they swear up and down that I'm working for them or something crazy. No, I'm not. I wish I was. That'd be nice. You know what I mean? But I'm not even telling you to go there. I'm just saying, if you were to buy it secondhand, it's a place that I recommend, because wherever you buy it secondhand, you're gonna pay more than retail regardless. So if you're gonna pay more than retail, there's pretty much a generic standard after market price, or whatever you want to call it, resale value, that's going to be pretty much the same across the board for the most part. So if you're going to pay that, I personally would recommend StockX based on my experiences. Don't confuse it with how people have certain experiences with buying shoes on StockX, because people bootleg shoes, etc., and sometimes stuff gets through. You just don't know, and that's the whole problem I have with buying stuff like discontinued shoes or hard to get shoes or apparel on sites like that, or any site like that that's not direct, because I don't know if it's legit. And you honestly, I don't know how you're gonna know unless it's an obvious flaw or something that you can tell right off the rip. So as far as consoles, there's really nothing to talk about. The only thing you could potentially worry about is if the console was stolen or something like that, and they reported it. And this is what's going to happen basically for the most part, from my understanding and from people in the comments who've made statements about it. StockX is a middleman. StockX is selling new consoles, not used, brand new consoles. So if they are selling you something, if they're being the middleman for a console that's stolen, it is not a new console, it is a stolen console which you cannot use. So it's like you're not getting what you actually pay for. And due to that, as long as you can prove it, pull up whatever, I don't know, email, document, whatever, and send it to them, and they'll refund you, and you just have to send it back. I don't even think you'll have to pay for shipping, nothing. I don't believe so. Not from what I've seen with everybody when I say everybody, I literally probably mean, like, look at how many views that video particularly got. And if you look in the comments, scroll through it, you literally probably see one or maybe two people that might have said something similar about it or heard about it from another source. In general, if you had that problem with StockX, they'll take care of it because their business is not to sell you a stolen console or a brick console, etc. And I don't think you'll find out if it's like that until you log in online or something like that, and then you'll eventually find out. I've had no issues. I've had mine since I think it's been like a year now or something, like both of them from StockX. No issues. Still using them every day pretty much. And yeah, it's not one of those type of consoles in that circumstance. So if you were to say buy it from, say, a Facebook marketplace or Craigslist or some guy next door or whatever, unless you know who they are like that and you know where they are and you can contact them, etc., you really don't know if it's excuse me, you don't know if it's stolen or there's an issue with the console. You won't know until it's too late and you already put your hard-earned money, and there is no refunds at all. This is why I recommend StockX, because they are reputable. I know I sound like an advertisement right now, but I'm being serious. It's like, look them up yourself. From what I understand is if a seller does something like that, I think they get banned off of there or something like that. Don't give up hope on buying retail. It is possible for sure. I've done it many times now without even trying necessarily. It was a little tough with Target because I was like, trying to be quick and all this other stuff, but I was not trying to be quick on Sony Direct. I was not being quick on Amazon. It just popped up and boom, it just happened. So again, with that being said, make sure you do everything at top level, at your top level. And remember, you're no competition with anybody except yourself. So make sure your next move is your best move, or at least your better move. Until next time.